I would just like to give a quick election update because this, of course, is all still going on. Things are doing. The coronavirus continues to erase all of the rules. But I would just like to say at the top, I know there was a bunch of states that voted on Tuesday. I'm sure you all stuck closely to watching the results. Again, not too happy with the outcomes, despite it being pretty close in certain places. Biden, again, won those states that we should have won. But I just want to be very clear at the beginning of this show. If you are listening to this, do not freak out. Stop with the despair and the doom and gloom.
No more
if you
black
look at the delegates, it is basically tied at the half.
It is. And now you guess who's coming in? Guess who's getting tagged in for the second half action? The motherfucking Joker.
No.
Spit out that black pill, swallow that clown pill. It's time to enter Joker mode. Because that's how we win this thing, is by going full Joker.
We're in the locker room right now. I know there's some heads down. I'm saying, pick that up. Walking through that door right now. This town needs an enema.
Party man.
The party man is coming.
I thought you said this town needs an enema.
That's the line.
That's the line?
That's the line.
This town needs an enema.
That's
He shoots the TV and
He
says
shoots the TV with the retractable
the big,
boxing.
I gotta watch it again.
So I just keep in mind that Barack Obama in
Barsacco
2008, Barsacco Crumbo in 2008 was behind by way more delegates than Bernie is now at this exact point in the election. He went on to win. There are still, I think, something like 159 delegates from states that Bernie won that have
not been
yet to be allocated,
which is larger than the gap between them. So, just think about it this way. If the delegate counts were reversed at this point, the entire narrative in the media right now would be talking about a brokered convention, the plurality, the super delegates. It's like, obviously, Biden's going to run this all the way to the convention. There would be no one saying it's time for him to drop out. No one was saying it was over for Biden. No one was saying it's time to coalesce around Bernie. Zero people would be saying that.
So I know if you're a canny listener of the show, I'm sure you are familiar with Noam Chomsky and Bernard Herrmann's Manufacturing Consent.
Yeah, they're cooking up some big old clocks
I would just
consent out there.
again, if you are a smart, canny consumer of media and podcasts, I would just counsel you not to have your consent manufactured for you.
Don't do their job for them
by believing that it is completely over.
Kill the
being
pundit in
a
your head.
whiny bitch too.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Fucking suck it up.
Kill the pundit in your head.
867 to 711. 1,991 delegates needed to win the nomination.
And you know what's funny? Is
It's
that
halftime.
They're already
don't quit at halftime, losers.
They've all assumed that Biden has it, and so they're operating for that assumption, and they already have buyer's remorse.
Yep.
They're already talking about, gee, the young people really don't vote for him, and the independents, and oh man, he does kind of look he looks so shaky out there.
They're setting
And
low
it's like,
expectations.
but then they're acting like, oh well, I guess we have to deal with it. Well, there's still plenty of time for people to realize and have it shown to them that no, you don't have to deal with it. You could go with the guy whose brain is working and functional.
And
a guy who will go up there and inspire confidence that he's not going to his dentures aren't going to fall out and his fucking shit-filled diapers aren't going to fall around his ankles.
Also, Dana Milbank has already started running his Bernie spoiler campaign coverage in the Washington Post.
Running for thing is spoiling. Just running for the thing is spoiling.
By the way,
trying to win is spoiling.
Yeah, trying to win is spoiling. Not, however, clinging on like a little fucking weasel like Warren did. That's not spoiling.
That's incredibly sexist.
Anyway, is that a thing?
No.
I'd love to be a sexy little weasel. Let's make it a thing.
Sexy little weasel.
But the fact that they're still running stuff about him being a spoiler, it's like, well, to spoil what? What for whom?
Yeah.
I mean, do these people really think that Biden's mental
But if they're
decline...
running it, though, it means they know that there's a legitimate possibility that Bernie will win. Sorry.
Do they think that his mental decline is just going to be a thing that no one's going to notice if less Bernie talks about it, or his record, or anything else?
His campaign knows it, and they're doing their best to hide him. And we will see.
The next big thing is this debate on Sunday. It remains to be seen whether they will even allow it to go forward.
I would not be surprised at all if
They've already
cancel
nixed
it.
the audience because of coronavirus. Is this going to be like a digital online town forum or whatever?
Put it on Twitch.
And yeah, well, we're going to be on Twitch if they have it. But like the fact that Clyburn and Carville and these old party grandee voices are just
Shut it down.
shut it all down. Like
John
they're running in
Taffer.
like Taffer after
Yep.
someone touched raw chicken.
Yep.
And,
You got
shut it
coronavirus already in the kitchen. You're gonna make everybody sick.
I love that, man.
Do you think that they'd be trying that hard if they weren't worried themselves?
No, they know the more he gets exposed, the more the chances of a catastrophic Biden moment happening.
Because he can only talk for 7 minutes at a time,
And even then
right?
he fucks up.
Yeah.
Even then he fucks up.
The corona. This is not to downplay or trutherism the coronavirus. It's obviously a serious health concern, which is why Bernie should absolutely utilize it in his debates.
He did a speech today, which was very
and
smart.
should do that. I'm a firm believer that he should lean into the crisis, but also, the market correction that's happening, that's being blamed on the coronavirus when it is, of course, a lot of other factors that have been dormant for a long time. Similarly, the Democratic Party will absolutely use the coronavirus to try and wrap up the campaign as quickly as possible.
Yep.
So don't be fooled.
And also
into
not
believing
have a
that.
convention in Milwaukee.
Don't listen to any scumbags who they'll say Bernie should drop out. They are swine, and they were never on
We
your
say all this,
side.
but Jennifer Ruber has a new piece out today saying Joe Biden already sounds as if he's president after the speech he gave about how to handle the coronavirus.
Well,
which
Well, yeah,
See
no.
here.
To be fair, I think she was talking about later era Reagan.
Yeah.
You wash.
Oh, okay, yeah, he does in that case.
Gotta wash.
You know what?
Women.
Solid take, Jen. in that
See
case.
here, women, you need to be washing their drawers.
He was in a room alone with no one to, listen or grade his speech. So yes, that's true.
So we will certainly be there on Sunday on Twitch if they go ahead with this
If they allow
one-on-one
it to
debate,
happen.
which is like what we've all been praying
Oh, and by
for.
the way, one more thing. If you were living in a state or you have old family, the cursed boomers who have rallied to defeat
Oh,
Bernie,
no.
they are starting to realize how badly Biden does with young people.
Yep.
If you find that you can't argue them out of Biden on the merits or anything else, just tell them, I'm not voting if it's not Bernie. Just tell them it. Actually try to say, we have a chance. You have a chance to prevent. You know what's going to happen. We're not going to vote unless it's Bernie. Vote for him.
You know what?
And we'll vote for him.
I just saw a clip the other day online of Lawrence O'Donnell,
Yeah.
Yes,
MSNBC
exactly.
talking head,
2006.
being interviewed in a TV documentary about like how rotten Democratic Party, and he says straight up in that clip, "I work for the Democrats. I know this. You have absolutely no hope
Yep.
of getting a party to adopt your agenda or even pay credence to you in any way, shape, or form unless you have to be willing to show them that you won't vote for them."
Precisely.
He said that it is the only leverage you had.
Always be ready to walk.
And he said, I worked for Democrats and we never had to take the left seriously because we knew that they had nowhere else to go.
Exactly.
So
and
this
this is a unique moment where you could actually, if we could get enough people to say it in unison, to insist we will be withholding our vote unless it's Bernie. If these people really want to beat Trump, and I think in terms of voters, people who might be voting as opposed to the leadership who doesn't care, they will actually maybe be moved by
This
that.
is the leverage that you have. It's the
Yes.
only thing. And like, again, don't pay attention to anyone who's like, well, the right thing for Bernie to do would be to drop out because that way he'll have a seat at the table for
No
the
shit.
future of the
There'll be
party.
no table.
Oh, yeah.
Bullshit.
As I said, how'd that work out last time?
Well, the thing is that there's no when they say that he needs to drop out so he can leverage his thing into concessions. None of them explain what would happen, how that would work. All right, you don't have any leverage now because you're already in the tent. You can't withhold anything.
Yep.
What would make them give you anything? And they don't have an answer because they haven't thought that far ahead.
No.
They only say that to try to convince people that he should drop out. It's not it's not like they're actually invested in him actually getting those concessions. It's a way to get them maybe to stop trying to get them.
Yes.
But it is, it's one of these things. You always have to know whether you're buying or selling. And we actually have something they want.
And they need it.
Yep.
Everyone knows Hillary lost because 5% drop in youth turnout from 2012 to 2016.
What's a 10% drop going to look
and
like?
that would be a minimum.
Yeah, at minimum.
And the thing is, we can stop. And of course, they're going to get mad at first and blame you for helping Trump. But it's just like
That's on them.
there's still
Hold
time.
the line. Hold the
There's
line.
still time, ladies and gentlemen. Vote for him now, and you won't be doing that. You'll be ensuring that we show up and that we beat Trump.
It's only halftime.
Yes.
It is only halftime. This is the equivalent of being down by a touchdown at halftime.
Yes.
Al Pacino, do you think he would have given up in any given Sunday?
Every inch.
Every inch.
One more inch.
So like I said, if they choose, and the thing is, if they cancel the debate, that's just even more proof of everything we're saying about how fucking scared they are about Biden.
They're terrified of Biden.
And they just want to end it now. Bomb. So here's the thing. Here's the deal. The debate on Sunday, should it go forward, is going to be a big one. And we are counting on Bernie to come out in the Joker makeup.
Yes, full Jokerfication.
He's got to go less. Joker. He's got to go straight for Biden's throat.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no other.
He's got to have a little flour with acid in it. And then as soon as he says hello,
the electric
hand buzzer.
Fry him up. No, he's got to murk the motherfucker. And the thing is, not only will that work in terms of exposing his weaknesses, it also makes it more likely that Biden gets mad. And we all know what happens when Joe Biden gets angry.
He's not to the sort of floaty, dreamy, confused tertiary syphilis stage of dementia. He's in the very angry stage.
He's Frank Booth.
He is raging. Elder rage personified.
Dude, it is.
And
it's
he's
real.
going to be, and this is just going to be straight, and he's just going to be directly attacking him on everything. Biden's going to snap.
Listen, Jew.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen if he gets mad
my
enough.
God.
It's gonna happen.
I can't wait.
Where's your little hat, Bernie? When my days, you wouldn't get out of the house without one of those little bats on your head.